Well, it can take years before they find a vaccine for COVID-19, but scientists right here in the Tennessee Valley, in the meantime, are trying to put their heads together to find a treatment. Our Kenesha Dees has the latest on that.
Huntsville Hospital HudsonAlpha Institute for Biotechnology and iRepertoire have teamed up to develop a treatment by studying local patients diagnosed with COVID-19.
Are they making antibodies that potentially inactivate the virus?
It's the question that needs an answer for local scientists looking to treat patients. Infectious disease specialist Dr. Ali Hassoun with Huntsville Hospital says treatment is different from a vaccine. Treatment is for someone already sick from the virus.
That will try to eradicate it and kill the virus. And by doing that, my symptoms will get better while I'm infected.
Rick Myers, president and scientific director of HudsonAlpha, says blood samples are collected from 5 to 20 patients at Huntsville Hospital. More blood samples are collected at least 2 more times and a few days apart. All are tested for antibodies, which help fight the virus.
And so the idea is to be able to pick out which of the antibodies in those patients are the ones that are most likely to be helpful.
Myers says the study will be run by Dr. Jian Han, founder of iRepertoire. Dr. Han worked on a similar study on the outbreak in China back in January. Dr. Hassoun says all aspects of this study are important.
By combining clinical aspect as well as lab aspect and research aspect all together to get the best out of it, to know what would be the treatment effective.
And they hope to begin the study within the next 2 weeks, and it could take at least 2 months before they get results. Putting the Valley first, Kenesha Dees of UZDX News.